Joint operation.
Luminous energy.
Joint operation. Overwhelming power. Nothing to worry about.
Take form. Evil be cleansed. Our lights shine through. Fluorescent shadows. Onward. Take form.
Joint operation. Joint operation. Befuddle thy foes.
Take form. Thunder guide us. Onwards. Luminous energy.
Joint operation. Shock and all. Overwhelming power. Befuddle thy foes.
Take form. Sacred light.
Joint operation. Joint operation. operation.
Luminous energy.
Joint operation. Resistance is futile. Befuddle my foes.
Fluorescent shadows take form. Thus it ends. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Take form. Life is in everything. Moment of awakening. All light shine through. Evil be cleansed. Take form. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Fluorescent shadows. Thus it ends. Bask in starlight. Take form.
Joint operation. Hear the thunder. Befuddle my foes.
Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Fluorescent shadows take form. Evil be cleansed.
Joint operation.
Life is in everything. Blow for me.
Joint operation. Overwhelming power. Drop it. Nothing to worry about.
Take form. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Sacred light.
Joint operation.
I can use some fertilizer. Luminous energy.
Joint operation. Resistance is futile. Shot and all. Befuddle my foes.
Fluorescent shadows. Evil be cleansed.
operation. Resistance is futile. Feel it. Befuddle my foes.
Bask in starlight. Take point. Our lights shine through. Sacred light. Onwards. Forgive me. Fluorescent shadows.
Joint operation.
Luminous energy.
Joint operation. Feel it. Overwhelming power. Befuddle my foes.
A ring, she wrote. Should be this ring-shaped ancient structure, I guess.
Wow! It's really huge now that we look at it.
Next, hanging eaves.
It does look quiet. Should be a nice place for meetings. Getting even.
That must be the place then. I'll get going.
Apologies for my delay. Thank you for accepting my invitation. Oh? And what makes you think so?
Those tokens from Jinxi. It was your idea, was it not?
So, you've guessed it. Sorry, Rover. Jinzhou faced multiple threats back then, and we had to be cautious. We did not intend to inconvenience you. I regret our lack of hospitality. Still, I owe you an apology in person. This time, I just wanted to see you. The brilliant mind that always understood my unspoken words. I am very grateful you decided to come. Apologies for giving you that impression, Rover. That's not how we treat our saviors. I merely have a few questions, and I was wondering if you may have the answers. Does this game of Weiqi look familiar to you, Rover? Apologies. I heard about your memory loss. Please, pardon me. There is a local tale about the secret of immortality being hidden on Mount Firmament. Have you heard about it? Yes, I have a slightly different version of this tale to share. Centuries ago, a Taoist cultivator met an enigmatic visitor on Mount Firmament. Despite their age difference, they soon became friends and often played Weiqi together. One day, a woodcutter stumbled upon them, having lost his way home. Their game mesmerized him so much that he didn't notice the red tie on his basket, rotting away. Panicked, he bumped into the Weiqi board. Despite the interruption, the visitor remained unfazed. They offered the woodcutter some tea, then guided him down the mountain, shielding him from dangerous temporal disruptions. After that, the visitor disappeared. Many years later, the Taoist cultivator became a legendary hermit guru. Upon returning to Mount Firmament in his final years, he reunited with that elusive visitor. The two resumed their unfinished game. People believe the visitor shared their secret of immortality through cleverly placed Weiqi pieces as a final parting gift. Yes and no. This game is missing the final 20 moves. It is unfinished. That was a bit different from what you heard before, I guess. The story changed over time, infused with fantasy in each retelling. But that's how old tales go, slowly losing their truth as they're passed down. Precisely. The legend may be shrouded in myth, but that game of Weiqi was real. Embedded within its records lies a cryptic message. This game record can solve the crisis of time. From what I know, only the Sentinel in its prime has the power to manipulate time through its possession of a complete temporal mandate. For us mere mortals, controlling time is indeed similar to gaining immortality. As the records state, it only reveals itself when Mount Firmament emerges. But how it ties to the temporal mandate remains an enigma, at least for now. If that is the case, we'll be able to heal the Sentinel's wounds. But our chances are looking slim. That game record could just hold my teacher's memories, not any real value. So I am presenting this as merely a personal request. I am planning to go find that record. Could you please join me? Thank you for lending me a hand. I promise it will be worth your while. Splendid. Very well. Let's meet on the gallery road outside Hongzhen. I still have some preparations to do. Please, go ahead. I'll join you later.
Onwards.
Rover, you're here. Well, as the Wayfinder, I do know a couple shortcuts. The notes only provided a vague idea of where the game record is. I've determined the most likely location on my last visit. We'll be heading there. See if we can find anything new. After dealing with those artificers, I ruled out the other locations on my way to join you. But one can only do so much alone. This is why I need your help. How reliable. Then let's get going.
Changli, what is it?
Nothing, Rover. I just thought the snow is beautiful today. You seem curious about that ancient structure.
It looks familiar. Like the abandoned court of Savante facility I saw, but bigger in scale.
I heard it first appeared along with our sentinel. Later, the court of Savante based their chronos orders on its design.
Onwards. 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 Onwards.
Joint operation. I need to recharge.
Life is in everything.
Joint operation. Resistance is futile. Hear the thunder. Befuddle my foes.
Strike fast. Let it end.
Onwards.
Every winter, my hometown buzzed as people left their mark in the fresh snow, hoping for dreams to come true when it melted.
Did you try it too, Changli?
No, I only watched from afar. My forte always melted the snow faster than I liked. We can see the whole of Hongzhen from here. I never noticed how beautiful it looked during my previous visits. It's the same place as always. I suppose it's my state of mind that has changed. I don't know. Maybe it's because your presence makes me feel at ease.
Wait! I smell tacit discords in that cave. No, there's more. Tacit discords, humans, and... Smells like a whole bunch of messed up frequencies. Ugh, it's so familiar. Come on! After all we've been through, you still don't trust my sniffer? Huh. Be grateful. I'm giving you a warning.
Rover, did something happen? It's in the same direction we're going. Could it be? Signs of climbing. Someone met.
Get away from me! I can't hold up much longer. Help! Help! Thank goodness!
Please stand back. We'll take it from here.
I can fight! Let me help! Thanks for your help. I'm okay. Wait. Are you the Rover? You're that hero who fought against the Stronodian. And you also resolved a time crisis here with Madam Magistrate. Everyone's been talking about you. And Lady Changli. I never thought I'd have the chance to see you in person. Without your help, I'd have been a goner for sure. I can't die here. Not when I've got someone waiting for me. I finally found it. After all this time. Ugh.
While we've solved the crisis in Mount Firmament for the time being, public access to the mountain is still restricted. Before entering the mountain, any explorer must submit a request and can only do so while accompanied by the Midnight Rangers. Sir, could you please share your reasons for traveling here alone?
I heard about Mount Firmament's legend, so I came to find its secret. I've only been in the mountain for half a day. Everything was going smoothly before those monsters pounced on me on my way back. I must get back. Fooling. She's still waiting for me.
Some of those injuries are older than half a day. He needs to go back to Hongzhen for proper medical attention. Time's against us. Agreed. The appearance of tacit discords is indeed unusual. We can ask him later when he's recovered a bit. On that note, we still don't know his identity. Judging from his uniform, he might be affiliated with the Pioneer Association. Then perhaps that someone is in Hongzhen. Could be his friend or an acquaintance. Good point, Rover. Let's head back.
Isn't that Wu Li? What happened to it? Not really. He showed up in town and started asking weird questions to all the older folks. They've been avoiding him ever since.
The secret of immortality. Oh.
He really went up the mountain, didn't he?
No.
Sir, do you know where his companions might be?
I'm not sure. There are lots of other people in town who are dressed just like him. Why don't you try asking them?
His companions? Sorry, I joined the association not long ago. I don't really know them. His gear, though? These are last year's designs. Perhaps you should go ask Yoning. She's been a member for quite some time. She might know him. Yoning's just up ahead.
Whoa! Greetings, Lady Changli. How may I help you today, Lady Changli? Oh, and hello, Rover. The person on your back.
We found him on Mount Firmament. Do you know where his...
Isn't this Wu Li? What happened? He's one of the Pioneer Association's explorers, but we don't see him around Jinzhou too. I remember he went on sabbatical months ago, and he left with Fu Ling. Yes, Fu Ling, his girlfriend. I think they're visiting Hangjian together. They're staying at the inn over there. Oh, Fu Ling asked us about his whereabouts not long ago. She seemed quite worried. Speaking of, is he real?
No, I'm not going.
Don't worry.
Going against wind.
Wooly?
Breathe.
Thank you. I'm okay now. Who are you? And Wooly, is he? Yes, I am. Can you please tell me what happened?
Fooling!
Wooly, you're hurt. I've been looking for you. You didn't pick up my calls.
Great news, Fooling! I found it! Finally! I found a way to slow down your illness. No more pain, my love. We can finally be together. Forever.
You mean that legend? It's real?
Fooling, are you not happy?
No, I am. I'm so glad to hear it.
Yes.
Wooly! Thank you, Rover, Lady Changli. You saved his life. May I please ask, what on earth happened? I've never seen Wu Li like that. So, he said he only spent half a day in the mountains.
Was that not the case?
No, I've been waiting for almost a week. It's not unusual for Wooly to be out of touch for a few days when he goes on long trips. This time, however, seemed longer than usual. If it weren't for you two showing up, I would have asked the Midnight Rangers to help me search for him in the mountains. Wooly, he did it for me. I used to work as a landscape painter. Wooly and I met through work, and we traveled to many places together. A few months ago, I got really sick. It affected my ability to walk, which got worse over time. We couldn't go on our adventures like we used to. Wooly stopped taking on work and traveled all over the world to find a cure for me. Despite his efforts, we couldn't find any cures. Until 2 weeks ago, when he brought me to Hangjian, said he had a surprise for me. I thought it was just going to be a relaxing trip, but he disappeared for 7 days. And now he's back rambling about having found a way to stop my condition from progressing.
Mount Firmament's secret of immortality, I presume?
Yes. Wooly told me that he's researched and found an untouched paradise on Mount Firmament, a place where time stands still. He said if I lived there, my condition would never worsen. It cannot fully cure me, but at least we can spend eternity together. At first, I thought it was just a myth. But then you brought up how he only spent half a day in the mountains. Those were my thoughts as well. But Wu Li seemed very certain.
Mount Firmament used to have temporal disruptions caused by its tumultuous history. However, thanks to Magistrate Jinshi and Rover, these disruptions have been dealt with. Or so we had hoped. So there are still unaddressed temporal disruptions in the mountains. And unfortunately, Wu Li has stumbled upon one, mistaking it for the legendary cure he was searching for. Little did he know it would only put him in more danger.
So that's why there were rumors of rangers being here to take care of the leftover tacit discords and block off access to the mountain. Then, if this temporal disruption you speak of is truly so dangerous, Rover, Lady Changli, please help us get rid of it, for the sake of everyone here.
He truly thinks it's the only way to save you. He's willing to take a slim chance just for you.
Freezing my own time. I don't think I should do that. It's not my best option. I appreciate your concerns, but our dreams always come to an end. Eventually, we have to wake up. I'm okay. I'm just a little tired. Once Wooly wakes up...
If you have any other ideas, just tell him. But if you keep it all to yourself, no one, even those closest to you, will know how you really feel.
Yes.
Rover, things are taking a turn. We should probably tell Lady Xingyi first.
Onwards.
What brings you here at this time of the day? I see. Strange appearances of tacit discords in the mountains. And undiscovered temporal disrupt. There are several questionable details according to Rover's description.
What do you make of Fu Ling's words from earlier, Rover? He claimed to have spent only half a day in the mountains, but it's been 7 days since he returned to Hongzhen. That does sound like some kind of temporal... After Jinshi's battle with the Sentinel, she ordered Midnight Rangers to patrol Hongzhen and inspect Mount Firmament for any lingering temporal disruptions before reopening it to the public. Rover, you've been exploring the mountains lately, so I'm sure you have a good grasp on Mount Firmament. if there are any hidden disruptions we missed. Precisely. Yet, why did it reappear at this point? Fuling's legend differs from the situation at Mount Firmament we're familiar with. In that tale, mortals were spared the cost of losing years from their lives. He was utterly convinced of his discovery, and he somehow managed to run into temporal disruptions in half a day's time. Also, when I questioned him, he evaded my inquiries. Lies that are most challenging to detect, aren't you? The explorer wanted to save his friend, indeed, but he was also hiding something. I've become rather curious about the truth behind this temporal disruption. Did you notice something, Rover? For someone with a terminal illness, they should hold on to any chance of survival. Maybe she's come to terms with her destiny.
Changli?
Well, please pardon, I knew you'd notice too. The frequency disturbance here is weak. It's similar to past temporal disruptions at Mount Firmament, but not exactly the same. Master Xuanmiao's records show that this is where the game record last appeared. This is also where we found that explorer.
As Changli mentioned, this anomaly may indeed have something to do with that legendary game record.
Exactly. If this were to be the case, then we are not the only ones searching for its whereabouts. The explorer did not tell us about his source of information, but his knowledge of Mount Firmament far exceeds that of a first-time visitor.
You mean... Got it. The Midnight Rangers will block all entrances to the mountain for now. And Changli, you still have the power to send in garrison troops as needed.
We left Mount Firmament in a hurry. I need to go back up the mountain and investigate further. I have some theories that could use confirmation. We're still unsure about the exact location and range of the temporal disruption. Regardless, its reappearance is a pressing issue that it may get dangerous. Well then, thank you, Rover.
Thank you again for your help. You were supposed to be here for a relaxing time. Do take extra caution.
Onwards. Bask in starlight.
Joint operation.
Photosynthesis.
Joint operation. I need a recharge. Hear the thunder!
Roll for me. Bask in the sunlight. Strike as one. heaven ordains. Banish all vice.
Now it has become quite clear what the two were thinking. I had my speculation. Fu Ling has come to terms with her impending death. She doesn't buy into the legends of immortality. Instead, she simply wants to make the most of the time she has left and fulfill her and Wu Li's dreams to. If Wu Li wants to reach that so-called paradise, he'll be trapped inside forever. That is not what she wants for him. Her ultimate desire is for her lover to embrace her inevitable passing and to realize the joint aspirations they hold. She hasn't given up, but rather clings to hope for their future, even if she won't be there to see it unfold. Why the sudden question? I'm just making an educated guess from what we've collected. Let's stay focused on the issue. While the diary is cryptic, it still exposes the true intentions of whoever misled Wu Li. It's no coincidence. All the clues point to a correlation between the temporal disruption and the legends of the Weiqi game. Or maybe someone's trying to make us connect the dots. Yes, information on the actual powers of Jue. This isn't the kind of information an ordinary explorer can obtain. I guess our old friends have still not given up. They went to great lengths just to lead us here. It would be rather rude of us to, according to the information in my master's notes and Wu Li's map, the place we're looking for should be just ahead. Is that?
The chaotic temporal disruptions are even clearer to see. Traces of excavation on the ground. Looks like someone was trying to dig a hole with their bare hands.
This is a Weiqi board. The abnormal time flow here is most likely caused by the chronosorters.
Marvelous play. Truly remarkable. Occupying both solid territory. Never had I imagined I'd experience such a... Please, no need to be so modest.
This is my master's voice. Who do you think the other person looks like?
It has been decades since last we met, but you, my friend. Well, turns out I had. So you remember our promise. I am overjoyed. A new city is about to be established. I may have spoken out of turn. If you're not in a rush to depart Jinjo, how about another round of wait? Well played. Every move in Wei Qi is fluid and unpredictable. My clan are a group of hell. Oh, but you, my friend. Oh, please don't feel sad for me. When the time comes, the one who shall finish this game of Wei Qi with you will not be me. Do my plans seem... There's no need for concern. The results of this game will decide. The road ahead is long and...
You've come this far and followed us here.
Don't assume you'll always be in control, Changli.
Our friendly chat is over. It's time to...
Still not giving up yet, Changli. We know more than that unfinished game. We are well aware of the price you will pay. You're dangling at the end of your rope. Your unwitting trail has led us straight to our target.
Oh, is that so?
Strike is one. Our lights shine through.
Together we march. Beckon the divine flames.
The Sonoro Sphere is open! Go! Sorry. Jue's formidable time-bending abilities at their peak. All trapped within this Sonoro Sphere, as I'm
Do you really want to chase after this legend when you don't even know if it's...
So what? Wouldn't it be a sight to behold as this Sonoro Sphere consumes everything in its path while the temporal disruptions bring Anyway, Rover, you are indeed very special, as the Excellency foretold.
Unfamiliar space. No sign of the Fraxidus. Changli?
No! Don't come any closer!
forte. I'm used to it.
You... stay away from me. Oh, you'll get burned.
This village was attacked by tacit discords. Why did you come here? No one but the exiles are willing to stay here now. Changli. Who's that? I'm the only one here. Besides the tacit discords. When I'm here, no one's afraid of me. And I won't hurt anyone. Anyway, you should hurry up and leave. It's not safe for you to be here.
Mirages in a Sonara sphere shouldn't be able to hold a conversation like this. Are these phantoms pulled from Changli's memory?
Huh? Why did you stop talking? Are you lost? I can take you somewhere safe. I know a shortcut that leads to a safer village. Oh. Thank you.
Going against wind.
Was there something like this here before?
These mechanisms. They need to be unlocked from both sides at once.
Okay, let's each handle one side. I'll go over there. It's open! We'll be safe once we get out of here. This place seems a bit different from what I remember. Photosynthesis.
Joint operation. Drop it. Befuddle the foes.
Take 4. These are the villagers attacked by Tess. Why? There weren't any of them here before. Don't worry. My... Tacit discords! Watch out! Onward. The sky beckons. Take 4.
Joint operation. Overwhelming power. Befuddle thy foes.
I like Changli. Take form. Ha! Evil be cleansed. Roll for me. Ha!
Joint operation.
Ha! Bask in the sunlight.
Joint operation. Resistance is futile. Befuddle thy foes.
Take form. Thus it ends. You... Why did you... Okay, don't worry. The village I lived in got destroyed by those scary monsters. They hid me in a safe basement, while everyone else died or ran away when I came out. Now, I must get to somewhere safe. Okay. The lands of Jinzhou are filled with riches. There's a piece of paper. Oh, if I had arrived sooner. Whoa. I found some dry rations. They look well. Oh, are you hungry? I... Found anything useful?
More tacit discords. I'll handle them.
Okay. What is this?
Joint operation. Overwhelming power. Befuddle thy foes.
Fluorescent shadows. Thunder guide us.
Is this the key to that?
Yes. And those tacit discords just devour. The lands of Jinzhou are filled with riches. Nothing's brighter and warmer than... The resonator who taught me about my forte said if I don't use it properly... They also said a lot of things I couldn't understand. Told me I shouldn't use it too often. But if I don't use my forte, I'd get eaten by the test. What's the point of living a longer... I want to live. I want to have good control of my... And then... Yes. But I've still got lots to learn. Thank you. I want to become as strong as you are. What a strange place. It's supposed to look familiar, but there are so many things I've never seen before. This door... I don't know why, but I keep getting the feeling that I've been here before. It's so weird. Well, let's look around. Maybe we'll find something. What is this all about? I don't understand. This is...
A mirage. These are my memories, recreated inside this sonorosphere. As I stepped inside, both Rover and the Fraxidus vanished into thin air. The frequencies are constantly changing. A sonorosphere affected by temporal disruption. Once someone enters, there's risk of being stuck inside forever. Did he do this to mislead? To separate? Or perhaps I should be careful. Whatever the case.
I'm starving. Oh, this thing. Oh. If I burn it a bit with my fire, I can eat it, I guess?
Sever!
I can do it.
Yes. Back then, I didn't know how to control my flames. I could only brute force my way out of it. My body was always covered in burns.
Bask in the sunlight. Moldy.
Joint operation. Hear the thunder. Befuddle my foes.
Who's the caged bird now?
Sever! Take form. My
Jinzhou are filled with riches.
This place. This is where Master once lived. The spaces are a jumbled mess inside.
Please,
My dear, you've come all this...
I am...
You misunderstood my intentions. When I sought shelter in your hideout during the rain, I gave you rations as a small token of thanks.
But
Well now, I only...
I've heard Master Xuanmiao is a wise hermit guru who helps people. Can you maybe take me as your apprentice? I want to live.
Do you know what defines it?
I think it means...
Is this flame manipulation? Such a fearful power. If not used wisely, it may engulf you in return. I can teach you how to control your power, but in this world of ups and downs, if you long for a peaceful and prosperous world, you must utilize your own intellect to choose, strategize. Come over, child. You bear the powers of flame manipulation. A phoenix born from fire. One that shall bring peace to this world. From this day on, your name will be Changli.
Do you have to go, Master?
My time in this world is up, my child. I have my own.
Are you going to a dangerous place alone?
Oh, it's not your turn to go there yet, Changli. But the price you pay for forceful...
Yes.
Remember what I have taught you. Ponder carefully.
Changli will remember. But Master, this person you want me to find...
When the time comes, you need a... She is the only one who can truly change this world. This way.
I believe I've found this Ouija board and the Sonorosphere. They are both a puzzle and an answer. The end of the Sonorosphere. I guess this is another riddle from my master.
Make it fast.
I'm remembering something. But it's all just a blur. I can't make out any clear images. I've been looking for something for a long, long time. I don't know. I just remember that it's very, very important. But I'm starting to wonder why I'm even here. Everything looks so different from what I remember. And why do you look so familiar? We've never met before. Huh?
We might be able to open that door with it. What will we find behind that door?
Yeah. I hope so.
It's nature's gift. Let's keep it well.
A scheme would be grander than naught. Vanquish malevolence in its nascent guise.
Master?
Changli, you have done well. Now that you have found the answers you seek, it is time to begin your journey. From this moment on, the choices you make and the plans you lay out, they will all lead to that future.
Changli.
Sorry I kept you waiting.
This place! Run!
It's a trap! They played us!
Now that's a hassle. Think fast. No need to dwell on it.
Bask in the sunlight. I'll strike as one. Take form. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Thus it ends.
Joint operation.
Don't worry. This game is almost over. Can you feel it? It's warm. Doesn't hurt at all. See?
It's so beautiful. Wooly, this is the miracle we've been waiting to see. It's hope, reborn after destruction.
Fooling.
It's over.
Did you find what you were looking for? Thank you for your help. The Midnight Rangers have successfully apprehended all remaining Fraxidus members in the mountains. I lost all contact with you during this whole time. Did you run into any trouble? Temporal disruption hidden inside a sonorosphere. I never thought the solution would be to burn down the entire sonorosphere from the ins. You went too far back there, Changli.
I know, my...
Rover. Lady Changli.
Wooly is fine now, thanks to his doctor's help. As for me, well, at least I can still walk a bit. After all, it's been almost 5 days.
I never properly thanked you for bringing me back to Hongzhen. I heard about the attack by the Fraxidus in the mountains.
No need for that. The Fraxidus had their eyes on the same thing we did. They've been planning an ambush on us for a long time. Why would we blame it on you?
We will never forget how you saved us.
As for the truth behind this, I had a gut feeling it would... But this isn't the first time this has happened. I've talked about it with Fuling. From now on, I'll take her on more trips to see more new places together.
Until the day when I can no longer hold a pen. I've already talked to the folks at the publishing house, and they're happy to let me continue painting for them. My eventual departure may be unavoidable, but I want to give it my all until the very end.
I know you have already looked past death, but remember, there are people who care about...
Yes, I understand. We could stay together a little.
Of course, Fuling.
It's not time to be sad yet, is it? I've compiled a list of renowned doctors in Huanglong. They're highly skilled and may offer assistance.
Lady Changli.
No need. If you're feeling generous and want to repay me, I hope to see Fuling's work in the next issue of art. Everyone's been missing seeing their favorite landscape artist. Are you surprised? Well, now I'm curious. What kind of a person do you see me as? Now that the situation has been After going through so much, you must be exhausted. Me? Well, I think Lady Xing-Yi could use the extra help in dealing with the aftermath.
It's getting late. Maybe we should wait until we get back to discuss anything else.
Two days have passed since Changli told me she and Xinyi would handle the aftermath. I wonder how she's doing.
Are you worried? Let's just go ask her then.
I don't know.
Forgive me.
Greetings. We're almost done dealing with the aftermath of the previous incident. They wanted to get their hands on the temporal program from the legend. Changli recounted to us that a Fraxidus overseer had entered the Sonora sphere and was injured by her fire. They were lucky to escape, but have not been seen. I've put together a thorough report for City Hall. We parted 2 days ago on the coast, and then perhaps she's just taking some time to rest and recover. Changli knew you'd be worried, and she wanted me to relay this message to meet her at the pavilion on Mount Firmament. She also said, no more riddles this time.
Fluorescent shadows. Take form. Blessed ends.
Joint operation. Shock and all.
Life is in everything.
Joint operation. Resistance is futile. Feel the fire. Befuddle my foes.
Take form. Evil be cleansed. Thunder guide us.
How are you feeling, Rover? Well rested, I hope. Aw, can't you see I'm perfectly fine, sitting right in front of you? Don't worry, Rover. We're only having a casual conversation today. Nothing. Besides, you only agreed to join me here for more questions, right? Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. It all started a century ago, when during a TD outbreak, my master was rescued by that individual. After searching for several years, he finally met that person on Mount Firmament again. They played At first, I thought my master meant the game record held actual information about the time crisis. And lastly, the secret of immortality. It's most likely just the woodcutter's own spin on the tale. Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Indeed, those memories, they were... Yes, that's all in the past. Just a little homeless girl with no name. I never thought we could make new memories in the Sonorosphere, where only the past repeats itself. A moment of companionship and protection meant everything to me. I can sense your unspoken question. Did I sacrifice my life when I burned down the Sonorosphere? What I told you there was true, but I've grown and gained control over my powers, using my 14. Also, if you really are the legendary person who changed the course of history, then you are perhaps the closest to We mortals come and go. Our lives are full of meetings and goodbyes. Our time on this earth is fleeting compared to yours. So don't let it bother you. I see. Perhaps this is why it's so hard to leave this beautiful world behind. Then, would you be willing to finish that game of Weiqi with me instead? The young orphan girl carried on. Everywhere she looked, tragedies rampant. As lament engulfed the globe, a world torn by monsters, filled with homeless souls. With her own blood as fire, she drove away the cold. And her master said, "In this tumultuous world, lives are fragile as mayflies." She couldn't exhaust herself to save those before her. But she must endure to ignite a brighter tomorrow. She wielded her wits to evade harm, treading on knives with care. Alone, yet maturing through stumbles. Later on, she became someone else's teacher. She taught the future leader this: to guide conscience and secure prosperity for the people, to continue lost teachings of past sages and establish peace for all. I will be the torchbearer, for one person can't rid the world of chaos alone. One day, a future of prosperity and lasting peace will arrive. Greetings, Rover. I will escort you for the time being.